India's first of its kind all-inclusive festival that celebrates people with disabilities kicked off in Panjim, Goa today, with more than 1,000 delegates who have registered not only from India but also across the globe. This year's Purple Festival has truly gone international. From purple conventions to purple exhibitions, from sports to music, it's all going to be happening right here. And we at DD Goa are going to cover everything and bring it to you in your screens. Lushan Siqueira caught up with one of the purple ambassadors, and this is what he had to say.
I'm in conversation with Mr. Vishant Nagvekar, and here we are talking about reality bites. So, Mr. Nagvekar, what would you like to share about current things that you would like to change in the system with person with disabilities?
Actually, the major difficulty which I have faced, not only today actually, throughout my life, is transportation system. Now, even if I go for any event or program outside Goa or within Goa, say, the public transport is not accessible. Railways are not accessible. Okay, so we have to pay extra cost on the airfare, which are partially accessible. Even there are many difficulties, but at least you reach you are safe as far as accessibility is concerned, because there are people to assist you. On this point, actually, I have raised many issues, even in government buildings, the old buildings, even perhaps the new buildings, government hospitals, private hospitals. Accessibility is not there at all. You may find one ramp put there and people say it is accessible. It is made accessible. A ramp does not make a whole building accessible, right? The lifts are there, but it is not operational, right? The books are there, perhaps they are not accessible. The documents are not accessible for visually impaired people. Hearing impaired, communication is a problem. Nobody understands their language. I have been trying to get these accessibility things in place for last several years, making a representation, but for last many years it was totally unnoticed. Now sometimes no disability commissioners were appointed. When it was appointed, it was an additional post for the secretary social welfare, who used to never pay any attention on my representation. But slowly the things have started changing. The Commissioner for Person with Disability has been appointed. Some letters are being taken care of. But for past few years, or couple of years I would say, government department have started taking action on my letters or representations directly without even getting a notice from the State Commissioner for Persons with Disability. So changes are coming up slowly, and perhaps I feel these changes are happening more and more after the Purple Fest, which was held last year. So thanks to Government of Goa for that purpose, for creating. It has helped in creating awareness. It may as people say, it is useless or something like that, but I would say the awareness have definitely created, and it has given a platform for persons with disability to showcase their talents, okay, in various activities, I would say.
People like you and me can join hands to change and make a difference in the life of people of disabilities.
At the Purple Festival this year, we have various stalls, from games to music, from exhibits. And now we have Savio Noronha, who catches up with the Special Olympics team of Goa that has designed a very, very spectacular game.
All right, at the International Purple Fest 2024, I got with me Victor Vaz, former athlete. He used to run the 800 meters and the mile as well for Goa. But right now he's passionately involved with Special Olympics movement for the last 3 decades or more. Victor, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
What we see in the background is a very interesting game that you and your team developed. Tell us more about it and your participation at the Purple Fest.
This game is known as Bago. It helps our athletes with persons with intellectual disabilities for the eye and hand coordination. And this has got different distances. It's 2 meters. From 2 meters you can throw the bag. From 3 meters you can throw the bag, and 5 meters you can throw the bag. So every bag that goes into the hole carries 3 points. The bag on the board carries 1 point, and out of the board, no points. So what happens is, in case the athlete is of a very lower ability, you cannot expect him to throw it from a 5 meters distance. So we throw it from a 2 meters. If he's good in 2 meters, we take him down to 3 meters and 4 meters. That way we increase their ability levels, So this game is more for special athletes, and in that regular people like you and me enjoy the game, and we keep on playing also. So a game is developed for a certain reason, but everybody enjoys it.
But the good thing is that the inclusivity factor comes in.
Yeah.
So as you said, not only persons with disabilities, but people like us also can join in and enjoy the game.
Yes. Not only that, this game is also played in unified. That is, a person like you and me, we join together with a special athlete, a person with intellectual disabilities, and form teams, and then we play it. That's known as unified. Yeah. In fact, today, Special Olympics Goa and Bharat is having beach volleyball, unified beach volleyball. We are having football, which is unified football, 5-a-side. And we are having badminton again, which is unified. Only for dance sport, we are having it traditional. That means only special athletes will participate in that.
Okay.
So today, for Purple Fest, we are having inclusion, complete inclusion.
And finally, tell us, what are the awareness levels now over the years? What would you say the percentage of increase in awareness regarding persons with disabilities and our treatment of such persons?
See, as far as you call awareness with persons with intellectual disabilities, it has increased, but not increased to the, to the utmost performance. It has increased because the government has come with some schemes, and they are giving them cash prizes if you win gold medals at the World Games. So it's become now competitive. So they are coming up. As far as the awareness is concerned, there's a lot to do, because the society has to accept persons with intellectual disability, and they have to work with them together. They always think that persons with intellectual disabilities are mad, which is not the case. They are persons with intellectual disabilities which can do, because when you say madness is reversible by medication. So these children of mine are not mad. They are persons with intellectual disabilities. They can do some things which you and I cannot do, but they cannot do some things which we both can do. So that's like counting of money. They may not, but they may be able to paint your full picture.
Exactly.
Okay, they may be able to sing very much, which I cannot sing, you cannot sing. So they have got certain windows which as per their ability. And so Special Olympics believes in focusing on abilities rather than disabilities. So that's what is our motto.
There you go, Victor Gawaz from Special Olympics Bharat joining us. And the most important point that he made, that everyone has a talent, not only us, but everyone, including persons with disabilities. And that is what all of us have to recognize and propagate and popularize this fact, which is very, very important. Savio, Noronha at the International Purple Fest 2024 in Goa.
At this year's Purple Festival, there are various delegates and resource personalities from various parts across India. Preeti Soiru caught up with one of them.
नमस्कार, डीडी गोवा पे आपका स्वागत है और आज हम उपस्थित हैं पर्पल फेस्ट, अंतर्राष्ट्रीय पर्पल फेस्ट जो कला अकादमी में है और इसमें एक विभाग है जिसका नाम है अंतरचक्षु। आइए उसके बारे में जानते हैं उनके आयोजक से। सर नमस्कार।
नमस्कार।
आपका नाम?
मैं केतन कोठारी हूँ, जेवियर्स रिसोर्स सेंटर फॉर विजुअली चैलेंज, सेंट जेवियर्स कॉलेज मुंबई से।
तो सर ये अंतरचक्षु विभाग है, इसके बारे में आप थोड़ा बताएंगे, यानी अंतरचक्षु नाम कैसे पड़ा और इसमें क्या है?
अंतरचक्षु यह एक 2 से 2.5 घंटे का अनुभव है जो हमारी भीतरी आँख है, यानी जो लोग देख नहीं पाते या जो विकलांग हैं, दिव्यांग हैं, उनके लिए उनकी ज़िंदगी कैसे होती है ये हम लोगों को अनुभव कराते हैं थोड़े देर के लिए, और उसके बाद उसके विषय में हम वार्तालाप करते हैं कि भाई दिव्यांगता क्या है, किस तरह से उसका अनुभव लोग करते हैं और उसके होने के बावजूद लोग कैसे खुशी खुशी अपनी ज़िंदगी जी रहे हैं और अपनी ज़िंदगी में अपनी जो मंजिल है वो तय कर पा रहे हैं। ये अंतरचक्षु का हमारा मुख्य उद्देश्य है। ये हम पिछले 17-18 वर्षों से कई जगह पर कर चुके हैं और हम पर्पल फेस्ट गोवा के ये जो अंतर्राष्ट्रीय पर्पल फेस्ट है उनके आभारी है कि उन्होंने हमें ये कार्यक्रम करने का ये दूसरे वर्ष में मौका दिया है।
सर आप इसके बारे में एक उदाहरण दे सकते कि अंतरचक्षु में आप क्या क्या करते हैं?
जैसे आप अगर आप पार्टिसिपेंट हैं तो हम आपको अनुभव करवाएंगे कि ब्लाइंडनेस कैसे होता है, या आपको ये भी अनुभव करवाएंगे कि जो स्पेसिफिक लर्निंग डिसेबिलिटीज़ कैसे होती है, या फिर कुछ ऑर्थोपेडिक डिसेबिलिटी। एक्चुअली जो हमारा ओरिजिनल अंतरचक्षु है उसमें तो हम काफ़ी डिसेबिलिटीज़ कवर करते हैं, यहाँ सारी नहीं कवर कर पाएंगे क्योंकि समय की कमी है। लेकिन विकलांगों की ज़िंदगी का अनुभव, जिसको हम अंग्रेजी में सिमुलेशन कहते हैं, वो करा के फिर उसके बाद डीब्रीफिंग करते हैं।
मैडम, मैं आपसे जानना चाहती हूँ कि अंतरचक्षु का क्लास जो आप लेते हैं तो उस सेशन में क्या फ़ायदे हैं?
लोगों को ये जानने मिलता है कि अगर डिसेबिलिटी है तो क्या हो सकता है, क्या नहीं हो सकता। फिर उन्हें डिसेबल्ड पर्सन के साथ इंटरेक्शन करने का ओकेजन मिलता है, उसमें वो खुद को जो भी सवाल हो सकते हैं वो पूछ सकते
अगर किसी को आगे भी इस अंतरचक्षु का क्लास चाहिए और जानना चाहते तो उसने कहाँ संपर्क करना
वो हमें मुंबई में सेंट जेवियर्स कॉलेज मुंबई में हमें संपर्क कर सकते हैं info@xrcvc.org पर, info@xrcvc.org।
तो ये थी जानकारी अंतरचक्षु के बारे में। तो आइए और भी जानते हैं। जुड़े रहे हमारे साथ डीडी गोवा। नमस्कार।
At the Purple Festival, we have Savio Noronha, who caught up with one of the Purple celebrities, and this is what he had to say.
Lloyd Fernandes is a person who has had tough times in the past, and they have not been easy. In fact, the way he overcame those times, those were times when he was facing an uphill task even to get a table tennis table. But he not only climbed the hill, so to say, but also finished his task. Lloyd, tell us, going down memory lane, those early days when you were so keen to get into sport, and not many things were happening.
Yeah, initially this para sports was not very popular in Goa. So there were a lot of difficulties. Mostly it was finding places that were accessible using a wheelchair. There are so many sports facilities in Goa, but none of them were accessible. So like normally if we go somewhere, we needed people to carry me, take me up some stairs. So it was becoming very difficult for my wife to like try to take me to all these places. We used to practice at this place in Bambolim, that Shama Prasad Mukherjee Stadium. There was a table kept specially for us. But whenever there were exhibitions or any of these events, say they used to close the entire stadium. So that was not a very reliable thing. Like people used to come from Margao, people used to come from Vasco, they used to come all the way there and find the table has been folded and kept inside. So it was not a very reliable place for us to go and practice if you were like serious about the sport. So what my wife decided one day for my birthday, she surprised me and bought me a table. When I got the table, I started practicing at home. I started calling my friends, calling my family, my cousins, and also they all used to come and just play with me. And finally, when I thought that when I started winning tournaments in Goa, then I said maybe I should take this to the next level and maybe I should get a coach or something. And then one of my friends suggested Selvin. So when I contacted him, he agreed to come and start coaching me, and that is how things took off from there.
You've already taken part in one of the international tournaments in Jordan. How was that experience?
It was totally different. See, when you first, I thought winning a tournament in Goa was difficult, and after you win Goa, then you think that nationals was difficult. So you have to practice even more to reach that level at nationals. After you win nationals, then you think that okay, now I'm going for international. It may be easy, maybe what you don't know. It's completely unknown. But when you go there and you see the level at which those other people are playing, you realize that you have to practice a lot every day, and 1 or 2 hours a day is not enough. You have to practice. I've seen those players, spoken to them, seen what they do, what is their routine. They play almost 6 to 7 hours daily. So for me to reach that level, I have to practice almost as much as them, and then hopefully maybe I'll be able to beat some of them in the future.
There are many of us who are ready to practice with you, Lloyd. And I hope you'll be willing to play with us.
Everyone is welcome to come home and play. You'll have to come home, but if we have an accessible place, maybe I can come and play with you all day.
There you go, Lloyd Fernandes, ever smiling, ever determined, and ever motivated.
Shyam Gaonkar now tries to find out how banking is going inclusive he speaks to one of the delegates who is trying to make banking inclusive.
नमस्कार. पर्पल फेस्ट जाची उमळशीक प्रत्येकाक लागिल्ली आसा ताचो आगाज आयज सावन सुरू जाल्लो आसा. आयज सोमार आनी पळयत जाल्यार जो दर्या संगम आसा तो परिसर पुराय पर्पल रंगान भरिल्लो आसा. आनी पर्पल फेस्ट जेन्ना आमी साजरे करता, सेलेब्रेट करता, आंतरराष्ट्रीय दर्जाचे फेस्टिवल जेन्ना आमी साजरे करता तेन्ना जायते आमी स्टॉल्स पळयतात, जायते मनीस आमकां मेळटात, जायते दिव्यांग भाव आमकां हांगासर पळोवपाक मेळटा. आनी तातूंत आयज आमी जेन्ना भोंवडी करताले तेन्ना प्रशांत नायक जे एक खास एम्बेसिडर आसा लो विजन ह्या हातून, आनी तांचो हो स्टॉल आसा इन्क्लुजीव बँकींग ह्या सेक्टरांचो हो स्टॉल येता. त्याच्या संदर्भात आनी थोडेशे जे लो विजन आसा हो एक प्रकार म्हळ्यार कितें ताच्या संदर्भात थोडेशे आमी जाणा जावन घेवया. प्रशांत सर, तुमकां खूप खूप नमस्कार.
धन्यवाद आणि पर्पल ग्रीटिंग्स.
पर्पल ग्रीटिंग. सो कसं काय वाटतं, गोव्यात तुम्ही आला आहात, पर्पल फेस्ट आपण सेलिब्रेट करतोय, काय म्हणायचं आहे तुम्हाला, काय सांगायचं आहे, माहोल कसा काय आहे?
सर, माहोल तर नक्कीच एक्साइटिंग आहे आणि हे माझं दुसरं वर्ष आहे. 2023च्या पर्पल फेस्टमध्ये पण आम्ही पार्ट घेतला होता आणि यावेळेला ॲज अ ब्रँड अँबॅसिडर एक वेगळाच अनुभव आहे. नवीन रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज आहेत.
अच्छा. एकंदर 27 प्रकार आहेत डिझेबिलिटीज, त्यातला लो विजन हा एक प्रकार, त्याच्याविषयी थोडंसं सांगा मला.
जे 21 डिसेबिलिटी टाईप्स आहेत RPWDच्या ॲक्टप्रमाणे, तर ब्लाइंडनेस हा एक वन ऑफ द कॅटेगरी आहे आणि त्याच्यामध्ये सेकंड कॅटेगरी आहे लो विजन. लो विजन ही जी किंवा मंददृष्टी आपण मराठीत बोलू, जी कॅटेगरी आहे की ज्यांना विजन लिमिटेड आहे, ज्यांची दृष्टी फंक्शनल विजन कमी आहे की जी करेक्टिव्ह होऊ शकत नाही, जे आपण ग्लासेस वापरतो किंवा अन्य काही कॉन्टॅक्ट लेन्सेस वापरतो, कॉन्टॅक्ट लेन्स त्यांनाही करेक्टिव्ह होत नाही, तर त्यांना डिसेबिलिटी आहे. ती कॅटेगरी होते लो विजनमध्ये, जे पूर्णतः अंध नाही आहे पण जी दृष्टी आहे ती मंद आहे. त्यामध्ये खूप हा एक मोठा स्पेक्ट्रम आहे की व्हरायटी आहे. कोणाकडे दृष्टी खूपच अंधू असेल, कोणाकडे थोडंफार इम्प्रूव्हमेंट होऊ शकेल. हा मोठा स्पेक्ट्रम आहे लो विजनचा आणि त्या संदर्भात अवेअरनेस खूप कमी आहे.
अच्छा. इथं बघितलं तर खूप प्रकार आहेत आणि त्यातलाच एक तुमचा इन्क्लुझिव्ह बँकिंग, त्याच्या संदर्भात हा नेमका इन्क्लुझिव्ह बँकिंग म्हणजे नेमकं काय?
इन्क्लुझिव्ह बँकिंग म्हणजे फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सगळ्यांसाठी बँकिंग. इट इज नॉट लाईक आपण म्हणतो ना की फक्त स्पेशल काही काउंटर ओपन केला किंवा स्पेशल तुमच्यासाठी प्रोडक्ट काढलं, असं न करता जे बँकेचे एक्झिस्टिंग प्रोडक्ट्स आहेत तेच ॲक्सेसिबल बनवून, दॅट इज वॉट द इन्क्लुजन इज. सो वी आर नॉट सेग्रिगेटिंग अ कॅटेगरी ऑफ डिसेबिलिटी फॉर प्रोव्हाइडिंग स्पेशल काइंड ऑफ सर्व्हिसेस, पण आमचे जे बँकेचे स्टाफ आहेत त्यांना अवेअरनेस देऊन बँकेने क्रिएशन जे युजर गाईडचं केलेलं आहे किंवा ॲक्सेसिबल बँकिंगचं वेब पेज केलेलं आहे, या सगळ्या सोयी युनियन बँकेने तयार केलेल्या आहेत आणि बँकेला रेकग्निशन देखील त्याबद्दल चांगलं मिळालेलं आहे अवॉर्ड्सच्या दृष्टीने. सो दॅट इज वॉट इन्क्लुझिव्ह बँकिंग इज. बेसिकली ऑल टाईप्स ऑफ डिसेबिलिटीज आमच्याकडे येऊ शकतात, बँकिंग सर्व्हिसेस अवेल करू शकतात. मग ते डिजिटल बँकिंग असेल, फिजिकल बँकिंग असेल, तर ते आम्ही प्रोव्हाइड करतोय.
अच्छा. खूप चांगली दर्जेदार अशी माहिती प्रशांत नाईक सरांनी आपल्याला दिलेली आहे. इन्क्लुझिव्ह बँकिंग हा खास काउंटर इथं आहे आणि जे गोमंतक आहे गोव्या बाहेरचे आहेत त्यांनी मुजरत या ठिकाणी यावं आणि आपले काही शंका असेल तर त्या नक्कीच त्या शंकेचं निरसन करावं. खूप खूप धन्यवाद, आभारी.
खूप धन्यवाद. थँक्यू सो मच.
At the Purple Festival this year, there is a section called Purple Kaleidoscope. This is something about art in its various forms like storytelling, music, painting. And Lucian Siqueira now finds out a little bit more.
I'm at the International Purple Fest with Siddhant Shah, the curator of this space from Access for All. Siddhant, how would you like to tell us about the space you've created for these children?
Sure. Welcome to our space. This space is part of Purple Fest that's called Purple Kaleidoscope. And in that, we look at various different segments of using art as a medium of enabling persons with disability here. So the space that you are in, that is called Art Able, and it looks at bringing everyone with diverse ability to participate and make art. In the morning, throughout the day, we have different school groups coming and participating in different art forms, ranging from dance and movement therapy, like using artworks that are more tactile, sensory. It's also a space as a sensory calming room because it is comfortable, there's air conditioning. And it also provides comfort for educators and caregivers who are bringing them over here. And towards the end in the day, we also have a session that sensitizes everyone, where we invite people to come in and blindfold themselves and create art. So also at some point, you step in the shoe of the person to understand from their sense and hence move away from sympathy and get into the space of empathy that this Purple Fest is talking about.
Very interesting, and I'm sure, a lot of people will be feeling what the others are feeling. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
I have the teachers here with me who have just done the activity. Please tell us more about the activity you have just done.
Yes, we have brought 10 students from the Gujarati Samaj Educational Trust. We have come with 4 teachers, and today in the morning session we have completed the music therapy and the collage activity.
How does this benefit the children?
Well, the music therapy, as you know, children love music, okay, and it's a form of physical exercise where the children do it with music, and any child that is a little hyperactivity, it helps in calming down the child also. So yes, they did have fun, all of them, and a lovely experience. And the collage, of course, is for the eye-hand coordination. It helps in the eye-hand coordination, and the children really like these kind of recreational activities.
Can you tell us more about the art activity that you have just done? How does it help benefit the children?
It is basically the eye-hand coordination that they had worked with. They tore the papers, they stuck it on themselves. Usually the teacher gave their helping hand, but over here I saw that children were enthusiastic to see a lot of things down on their table, and they were just working it out in their own wonders. That was a very beautiful experience for all of us over here.
The children looked really happy and entertained, and I'm sure they had a wonderful activity here at the International Purple Fest.
As we come to the close of this capsule on DD Goa, here at the Purple Festival, it's day 1, and there's lots to look forward to as the days progress. But after spending today's day with delegates, the differently abled delegates who have come from all across India and beyond as well, there's just one message that so many of them would like to share, and I think that is right here behind me. This very message that says, never give up. And I think if we make sure that with whatever capabilities that we have, the abilities that we have, and thinking about those who are differently abled, it's a wonderful, should we say, sense of togetherness that we can all share. So in case you're watching this and would like to be part of this festival here that happens for the next 5 days, we would like to invite you. But if you cannot make it, then we at DD Goa will be bringing it to you live to your screens. So till we meet you again tomorrow, it's adios from Bambino and the entire team at DD